Congratulations. A new book. Tell me, why was the right time to release this right now?
I think at this age, I just got tired of holding and carrying too much that wasn't mine to carry. And importantly, I think it's when you expose your secrets and talk about your life, even the challenging parts of it, it can also help other people get through the challenging parts of their life. And at this point, I would really just like to help people and make everyone's lives easier.
You cover so many themes in this book, everywhere from grief to love to body image to your past childhood. What was it like putting a pen to paper for some of those stories and to go back and revisit?
It was challenging, to say the least. I didn't start off as wanting to write a book like exposing so much of myself. Even though I was going to call it Getting Naked, I was trying to get naked to a place where we all love ourselves, and I was hoping to show people how to do that. But then I realized, I can't really show people how to love themselves until I actually do as well. And I thought I did, and I just realized I had a lot more healing to do.
Yeah, let's talk about the cover for a second. It's amazing. Tell me, what was your decision to do that? Why was it important to showcase that as a cover?
It was my stupid idea, because it says Getting Naked, so how can I not be not naked on the cover? So I thought, okay, well, I'll do that, and not thinking it through that I would actually then have to show up on the day and take my clothes off. But I was with people that I really trusted, a team that I've been working with for a very, very long time, and I just felt comfortable. And it was one of those things that I'm one of those people that if I feel fear about something, I'm like, okay, fine, I'm gonna just take this fear and walk right through it. And I did that. I don't have to do it again. I'm happy that I did it, so I got over that fear, but
I gotta ask you, what was Wolfie's reaction when he saw the cover? Did he know that was gonna be the cover?
He did not. He has not reacted. Nobody in my family has. They're like, oh, yeah, nice, So, and that's my son. He's a man of many words when it comes to writing music, but not when it comes to talking.
Yeah. How is Wolfie doing? I know you two have such a special relationship.
I'm thrilled. I get to see him next week. I did see his first show in Buffalo last week. I'm looking forward to traveling all across the country and in Europe to see him this year. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah. I want to switch gears for a second, because in the book you talk openly about decades of dieting. I think that's something that we all can relate to. When did you realize that the problem wasn't in your body, but just the way that you were judging your own body and your perspective? Talk to me a little bit about that journey.
I think, again, that comes with self-loathing that was never mine to carry. And loving my body as I am at this age is very interesting, because it's very different than the body that I had 30, 40, 50 years ago. And that's okay. Like, we're all aging if we're given that, gracefully enough. So it's about appreciation and just appreciating what I have. Like, now I do things to train so I can lift my suitcase in the overhead compartment, not because I want toned arms. I want to be able to move my body easier. I want to be able to take my dogs for a walk. I want to be able to clean the litter box easily when I have to not kneel down. I want my life to be so I want my life to be easier and not my body to be aching. So it's about feeling good, and through that you can look good if you appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, and also, like, you talked about your journey as well. Like, you share some really vulnerable sides too in this book. What was it like for you to revisit that chapter, and why was right now the right time for you to share some of those stories?
Well, I had realized that all of this shame that I was carrying could actually be turned into a weapon to then hurt me in anger from someone that I had shared it with. So when you do find yourself being vulnerable and sharing, you have the expectation of trust that they won't then use it against you. But that can't always happen. So it was my responsibility. I can't change how someone treats me, but I can change how I respond and how I react to it. So when I dug deep and went into EMDR and worked through all of my trauma that I had as a child, I was able to then put that trauma aside and know that it doesn't define me. It's just something that happened. And so now if someone, they can write, they can say horrible things about me for months on end, and I'm like, yeah, well, that doesn't change who I am. I know who I am. Yeah. And that may be your impression of me, but it's not real.
And that's a powerful place to be.
Yeah, I think all of us could use having a little bit more faith and determination in how we choose to feel about ourselves. And it is a choice to love yourself. But you do have to do the work to get to the other side.
How did those experiences when you were younger affect the way that you viewed your body and your relationship with your body as you got older?
I feel like I use the word shame a lot, but it did cause a lot of shame. Like, I was at a point where if I looked too good, it made me scared because too many eyes were on me. And if I gained the weight, I was more comfortable, but then I was uncomfortable in my body. So I never was able to find a good place sitting in my body because emotionally I wasn't there. So once you take care of the emotionality of it, you can find anything comfortable because you are who you are, and that's enough.
Did this feel like a therapeutic experience more so than other projects that you've done?
Yes, very much so. Writing it was very therapeutic. Pulling out all of my old journals from a long time ago and reading through, it was really, really helpful. And dealing with the therapist that I was able to deal with and walk through the experiences that I had with them, I hope is very helpful for other people.
Can you tell me a little bit about that therapy experience? I know a lot of people would be interested to hear what that was like and what exactly that process was.
EMDR is a process where there's a couple different ways you can do it. I liked the paddles that you use, and then there are people that use a light that goes back and forth. What that does for you is it calms down your brain enough so that you can actually go through a traumatic period and talk about it and move your way through it as an analytical process, and the emotions stay somewhere else. You still feel emotion. It's still challenging and it's still difficult, but you're able to put it in its appropriate place and actually move through the emotion so that it doesn't have a handle or a hold on you any longer. Wow. It's very powerful.
Wow. That's amazing. You also said that if something scares you, you feel compelled to do it.
I'm so compelled. If something scares me, I'm like, well, why? Why are you so scared of something that's just a feeling or scared of just a process? I mean, just do it.
Yeah. At this stage in your life, what's something that scares you that you're like ready to dive in for?
I'm not going to jump out of a plane. I'm not. I've been tempted, but I'm not going to do that, only because I want to be around with 2 working legs for my grandchildren one day. So I don't, it's not the falling through the air that scares me, it's the landing. So.
I feel that. I'm right there with you. I want to transition again because I know fans were sad when you were no longer a part of Food Network.
Me too.
Can you tell me a little bit about that experience and what the aftermath was like?
Well, it was a great learning experience because you realize that nothing can last forever. I knew that with Hot in Cleveland. I knew that with, losing Valerie's Home Cooking and Kids Baking Championship. But they're really great learning experiences. And when a door closes, it's so true. Another will open, and sometimes you got to bang that door down, and I did that with Valerie's Place. I now have a digital platform that if you like my content, you can go and enjoy it.
That was my next question. Yeah, how did that experience sort of launch this new, and what did that teach you to launch this?
Because I love cooking for people, and I love teaching people how to cook. I love making food in the kitchen that is easy for you, easy cleanup, all that kind of stuff that, we all love to do in the kitchen, exploring your art through food. And I missed that outlet. So these 2 guys came to me from Visible Things and said, we think that you could do this, but in your own platform. I was like, well, how does that work? And they showed me, and now it's amazing. I have 3 cooking shows, I have a podcast, and I have a book group that I get to have real conversations with people, not just waiting for the algorithm to bring me to you.
And that's not the only thing that you're working on. Your upcoming movie deals with a woman who is facing the possibility of love after tragedy in her life. Is that something that you can relate to? Is love on the horizon? Is that something that you're looking for?
No dating for me. No.
No. Okay,
Well, not now. I mean, I'm never say never, but I'm very gun shy right now. But the thing about this movie is it was scary for me because I hadn't acted in 4 years, and I wanted to. And I read the script by Nancy Silvers, and it was so beautiful, so full of heart and kindness and grief. And I've been through a few of those grieving moments, so I was able to really just open my heart and be vulnerable and play her to the best of my ability.
Okay, so if Andy Cohen called and received an invitation to join one of the franchises, to be in the Housewives, to find love.
I was asked, and I'm not going to do it. No.
What would it take? What would it take?
I don't think, no. There's not enough money in the world. First of all, I don't drink. So how am I going to do that? Because don't they all drink?
Most of them do.
Yeah, I don't have a singing career. My life is so boring. I sit around with my cats.
You'd be so fun to watch. Bring the cats in.
No, I would have to bring out my catty side, and I try to keep her tamed.
I want to see it now.
I'll do it with characters. I need to play a bad girl on TV.
That's what we need. And then I know we talked about this, but would you say that you've learned to love yourself at this stage in life? Are you still accepting a work in progress? I know you talked about having both of those things.
It's always a work in progress, and that's the fun part, because then you don't know what's around the corner. But as you grow, and as I've been able to grow and get more comfortable in my skin and with who I am, and really know that I deserve good things, so I never thought I did. And that's not okay for anybody. We all deserve good things. Yeah, and I'm excited to see, like, I look back now from just 2 years ago, and I'm so different. I've grown up so much in just 2 years. I can't wait to see what happens. I want to look back this same time next year. And I read my journals for that too. Like, I'll read a journal I wrote 2 years ago, and I'm like, oh, you poor baby, you were going through such hell. Now look at you, you get it, you got through it.
And is journaling, is that something a part of your daily routine?
Yeah. Yeah.
How important is that to you?
Not every day. Some days it's just like all I can do is get through the crossword puzzle, and I don't feel like writing about my feelings. But then there's other days where I'm just sitting on an airplane and I don't feel like reading my book. I'm like journaling.
They get the thoughts on
Yeah.
paper. And then last question for you, for all your fans that are going to read this book, what do you hope that they take away, and what do you hope that they learn about you, something new?
That we're all a work in progress. That there is no such thing as perfection. We're all flawed human beings, and we're doing the best we can. And I want people to give themselves a break.